Together, we will make America great again.
Ay, 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 por Dios, yo voy a votar por Donald Trump.
This is the election that has the Republicans most worried. See, Miami hasn't had a Democratic mayor in almost 30 years, but that might be about to change. In Tuesday's election, Democrat Eileen Higgins led the race with nearly 36% of the vote, and another Democrat, Ken Russell, pulled about 18%, and that means over half of Miami's voters just supported Democratic candidates in a city that's long been considered a Republican stronghold. Now, because no one hit the 50% mark, the race heads to a runoff on December 9th between Eileen Higgins and Republican-backed Emilio Gonzalez, who is a DeSantis ally and former city manager. Now, if Higgins unites Russell's voters, Miami could officially flip blue for the very first time in decades, right in Ron DeSantis' own backyard. And here's why this is such a big deal. See, for years, Miami's large Cuban-American population leaned very Republican, but Donald Trump and MAGA seem to have changed that. See, when you start treating people with accents or brown skin like second-class citizens, even those who once voted for you, well, they notice. And the same thing happened in the 1960s. Republicans drove black voters away for generations with their racist Southern strategy. And now they're doing the same thing to Latino voters. Trump's ICE bounty plans, his rhetoric about immigrants, his public disdain for anyone who isn't white, native-born, or compliant, well, it's all coming back to haunt him because these voters are done being scapegoated. Now, if Elaine Higgins wins this runoff, it won't just be a local win. It'll be proof that the MAGA movement's fear-based politics are collapsing under their own hate. And history tells us one thing. Once voters leave a party over racism, they don't ever come back.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In Miami, something changed in Miami, Florida about Cuban, guys. As you all know, there's an election just happened. There's another one coming, but Miami Cuban, they're like turning on Trump. They are turning on Republican. They are not going to vote for them again after they betray them and deport them. So guys, that's what we'll be covering in today's episode. The credit belongs to the owner of the videos. I'll be back with more commentary.
Let's check back in with Maria Salazar. She's a Cuban American, a U.S. Congresswoman from Florida, a Trumper, supporting Trump in 2024. Here's what she said after he won the election.
This is a realignment. It's a realization by the Hispanics that the new home is the Republican Party.
A year later, and we've all seen Trump's policies, ICE rounding up undocumented migrants, some who have been here for decades, paying taxes, raising children, retired. She's kind of changed her tune.
Hispanics married President Trump. They're only dating the GOP. I've been warning it. If the GOP does not deliver, we will lose the Hispanic vote all over the country. And unfortunately, it happened last night. In New Jersey and Virginia, Hispanics moved back more than 25 points to the Democratic Party.
Associated Press reports that the view of Trump by the Hispanic population of the U.S. has fallen dramatically since he was elected. Now, going into this election, many Hispanics, especially like the Cubans and those who always historically have supported the more conservative Republican views, have supported Trump. They liked his ideas and didn't think that this applies to them. The enforcement plans, the plans to deport immigrants that he spoke openly about when he was getting elected, the Hispanics did not think that this applied to them, and more than 44% of them approved of Trump and wanted Trump to be the next president. Now, that percentage has fallen since he's come to the office to only 25%, so more than half, because the enforcement actions against mostly Hispanic immigrants since Trump's beginning of his administration have been so cruel, so aggressive, so abrupt, and so uncalled for that very many Hispanics no longer like this, and they now are seeing that this plan of enforcement of deportations badly affected their community, and it continues to affect them. So that's what's in the news today. The views are less positive. The shift could spell trouble for Republicans looking to cement support with this group in future elections, but that's what's happening right now. I hope you find this information useful. to figure out your own strategy to legalize, to get a green card, we are here to help. Call us now.
When I actually voted for Trump, like this last election, they voted for him. They even sing for him. They sung for him. You remember that, like, I will vote everything. And you saw how he betrayed them, how he was deporting them, how he was like, he didn't care about them at all. But this time they're like, you are gonna find out. We're gonna show you who we are. We are not going to vote you. And now people, even Republican like MAGA, they're scared. People are turning on him like never before. They're like, no, 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 no. We saw you for who you are. You betray us, and we are not going to be quiet. We are going to vote against you. So, guys, let's keep watching.
So Florida is really beginning to take a nosedive. And that's not surprising because states that are under Republican rule fare the worst across virtually every metric. And Florida, over the last few years, kind of stood out as an anomaly. They got to have bragging rights for a few years, especially by Ron DeSantis and you name it, that people are just leaving the woke state of California and moving to the unwoke state of Florida. So you had a lot of people moving to Florida who really just enjoyed being in community with other people who enjoyed being rage baited, who enjoyed watching Republican leadership dehumanize groups of marginalized people, where they could celebrate with their neighbors when laws were passed to dehumanize the marginalized. They just really wanted to be together in Florida. So Florida got to have bragging rights. But what happened, because it's under Republican policy, the home prices just skyrocketed and people still moved there. They paid tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands more for the value of the house in Florida because they so badly wanted to live there. And so what was happening under Republican policy? These hurricanes were hitting fast and furiously, worse than ever. And it was too woke to say it had anything to do with climate change. So under Republican policy, they did absolutely nothing about it. And at the same time, they had people like the Republican CFO taking money from big insurance companies, like he was investigated for it. And at the end of the day, under Republican policy, 13 insurance companies left the state of Florida, and it left all these homeowners having to make the decision. I paid so much for this house because I wanted to come and move here so that I could collectively hate. I can't afford the insurance premiums. So they do not have insurance on their homes. They're playing Russian roulette, hoping this next hurricane doesn't take them out. Okay, so they get bragging rights, and Ron DeSantis gets to put this pretty paper around Florida. This is a great place to live. Meanwhile, they're tanking the public education system. They're tanking college education. We already know what happened with hurricanes. The real estate, thing is a problem. And then Trump becomes president. And then that's it. More Republican policies. Trump opens his mouth, and now Canada wants nothing to do with America, and they're the number one source of home buyership from a foreign citizen. Canada, they own 500,000 homes, more than 500,000 homes, and they have all collectively said, we want nothing to do with this little tiny king man who's just being a narcissistic middle school bully, wanting us to become the 51st state and putting us through this trauma of all these tariffs so he can walk around like he's really swinging something big in front of him. So all these houses now have just flooded the Florida market. There's so many houses for sale, and it happens so quickly under Republican policy. And now the value of the homes is plummeting. So all these people who move there to hate, they've got these high house payments because they bought way over the value of the house, and all their neighbors are putting their houses up for sale for dirt cheap. They're in a bad situation in Florida, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, guys, actually, as you saw, this is intense. So people in Florida, especially Cuban, where they're we are not going to vote against ourselves anymore, because you know, like they thought like if they vote for him he will deport other people, but not them. Maybe they thought of Mexico or other Latinos, but for them they thought he will not touch them. So, and he even revoked their status. Remember that. Oh my god, this is crazy, guys. Let's keep watching.
Whoa. So apparently Florida just outdid themselves in these special elections. The Democrats is saying, listen, baby, we are not dealing with this madness that we've been dealing with before. We got to change this up. And I am shocked because if y'all know, Florida was Republican all the way down. But in this special elections that just happened tonight, they are screaming, bring back democracy. And listen, baby, we is hearing them loud and clear. If y'all are not paying attention to these special elections, baby, they are so important. A lot of them are dealing with local issues, things going on within different counties, different parts of the state. Please stay up to date. I'm going to keep you guys up to date as much as I can on what's going on around the world. But I had to let y'all know, Florida, y'all said y'all can come back and drink a little bit of that water again. Okay.
Yeah, guys, actually, these people, I understand you. I really hope you can change, because I don't even know why you voted against yourself in first place, because people try to warn you, told you like, once you vote this guy, you will regret it, because he doesn't care about anyone. He doesn't care about working class. He doesn't care about immigrant. He will just try in his way to get you out of here. But you guys, you refused to listen. You thought you are wise enough. You thought you were fitting. Imagine, even white, he doesn't care about them as long as you are poor, you are working class. He doesn't care. So that's why he started from you, deporting you. We keep seeing, we saw many videos of people say, I voted for him. Oh, I did this for you, and you are deporting me. Because he's ungrateful, because he was just lying to you, because he wanted your vote. He wanted for you to vote for him, and he turned his back on you. So, and I love the way you are saying this is our turn to turn back on him. And you all know he's so scared to lose. If Miami Cuban, for real, this time you vote right against this guy, he will lose it. He will lose it. I don't even understand the audacity he have that you people will keep voting for him after he was betraying them, like destroying them actually. So I feel like all these people needs to open their eyes and vote right. So guys, I'm so curious to see what Miami Cuban will do in this coming election. If I'm correct, it will happen 9th December. So I don't know if it's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we are so waiting. I can't wait to see how Cuban will vote. But what I'm hearing everywhere is like they are planning to vote against him and his administration. They're turning on Republican like forever. But let's wait and see, because we keep seeing, we saw like what they did, what this administration did to them. So I think they're ready to turn on them too, because they turn on them fast. So let's wait, see. Guys, what do you think? Do you think like the Cuban are going to do it, or they are going to get a cold feet and change their mind? I don't know. So guys, this time if they vote for him, they will know that they are voting against themselves. So it's obviously it's like he showed them in any way he can. So guys, I have few comments from the people. I would like to hear for you to hear what the people are saying about the situation. The first one say like, my parents voted for Republican the whole life, but this time they are sitting it out. The second one say, we supported tough talk, not family being on turn apart. The third one say, I'm loyal to party. I'm not loyal to Republican anymore. I'm loyal to the result. The last one say, this mood have changed. I can never vote for him again after he deported my neighbors. The last one said, the Cuban vote isn't ready or blue, it's a wake-up call. So guys, what do you think? Do you know what you think about this Republican returning on Trump, or shifting from one side to other side? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time as always. Bye.